Thank you for staying with us. You're still watching The Breakfast on Plus TV Africa. Now, in case you're wondering why I'm dressed like this, that's because today we're discussing fitness and a healthier you. And of course, we've seen the growing change whereby most people are on their screens and not making the best choices when it comes to the options of food. And of course, the importance of fitness has never been clearer. So physical activity obviously plays a key role in developing strong muscles, bones, cardiovascular health, while also boosting mental well-being and reducing the risk of obesity. Unfortunately, many people today are still very sedentary, and many previous generations obviously have contributed to the rising health concerns. To combat this, communities and schools are rolling out initiatives that promotes physical activity, from organized sports to outdoor fitness programs. These efforts not only improve the health, but also foster essential life skills such as teamwork, discipline, and confidence. And of course, with proper encouragement from parents, educators, communities, people today can build healthier habits for the future, ensuring a stronger and more active generation. And today I have a guest with me in the person of Mrs. Sandra Awugboro. She's a Zumba dance fitness instructor, a fitness instructor fellow of the Institute of Exercise Professional. Good morning, Sandra. Thank you for coming.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Lovely having you here. So right now we're talking about fitness and a healthier you. And we've seen the rise of many people just being couch potatoes in today's world, whereby they just sit down, watch TV, eat all the carbs and all of that, right? How important is it for people to prioritize fitness right now in this generation?
It's always been very important in all generations. It's just that there's been some lack of awareness. But in my time, like 10 years ago, I promise you it wasn't like this. Like when I started over a decade ago, it wasn't like this. So it's growing. I guess it's going to get better. But it's no longer for the aesthetics, for how you look. It's literally for
how you feel,
how you feel and your head. I got into this business trying to save my life.
Oh, tell us that story. We want to hear.
Let's just summarize it.
Yeah.
I was in the 3-digit. I always say women should not be in the 3-digit. I'm not going to mention what 3-digit in kg.
Oh,
so
wow.
So I started that journey because I was having palpitations, my leg hurts, my joint hurts. So I had to really make a conscious effort. I had been exercising before then, but you know how it is in the old trend where you just work hard, try to kill yourself at the gym. And then when you attain what you're looking for, you just forget that exists. So, but when I discovered you have to find something you like, the moment you get something that makes you happy, so that it's just like your best food from when you were 5 is still your best food now. Even if it's not like top 5,
I love plantains.
Thank you. It's been like that.
Yes.
So I always say pick something that you like, so that you're always going to stick to that thing for exercise, for health reasons.
Yeah.
So I found something for me was dance fitness. So when I lost that whole weight, I still wanted to dance. So hence I had to stay the way I am, and I became certified. And then I didn't even realize that I'm trying to save my life. I'm trying to stay like this. I get to help other women. I get to earn a living through it.
Oh, so that's amazing. That's fantastic, because I mean, I met you through Zumba dance, and this was like 2019.
Yes.
So look at it here now, 2025. That's over 6 years.
Yeah.
And I know the importance of finding something that you like, because I personally do not like working out. I don't enjoy it, but I have to because my knees started hurting, and of course my my orthopedic surgeon told me you have to lose some weight. So I had to start that journey, right? But for people who feel like I don't even know where to start from, I don't know, what I can do, because there are people who have health concerns. What are some things that you would definitely tell them to do? And why I'm saying this, because nutrition is important, because it's okay to say you want to dance or you want to move your body, but how important is nutrition? Where do you start from when it comes to that?
Yeah, if it's if it's for exercise, if exercise is the only thing that keeps you like this, I'm sure like 60% of us will be, but because we exercise, we do some form of movement, but it's the nutrition. And I keep telling people, we are done with being on a diet. You are not on a diet. Don't be on any diet. Just eat right. In portions. It doesn't start in a day, because I was like a literally big eater from in my 3-digit kg. Of course, I had to be a big eater. So I had to literally learn how to eat in portions.
When you say that, so there's something I used to say. I'm like, I have a healthy appetite. That's the thing I was saying to make myself feel better.
No, I like you to feel it that you are not the only big eater. I was once a big eater, but guess what? you can actually come to being a moderate and a sensible eater. Funny enough, guess what? Is our brain just telling us you have to eat? Sometimes you're actually not hungry.
I
like
agree.
if when you're feeling like you just like drink water, it literally would you be okay.
Yeah.
And then because growing up, our parents didn't know any better, because you can't give what you don't have. We literally live on carb in the morning, carb in the afternoon, carb in the evening. So all that turn into sugar, it goes on that cycle. So if we can actually, that's why a balanced diet is very important. You know, when I told somebody, let me tell you something, you know how Nigerians we like to eat swallow and soup. I told the person that the swallow is your side. You know, like coleslaw, how they put coleslaw.
Yeah.
That's how small coleslaw is. That's how your swallow is supposed to be. And then your soup is supposed to be the main with
dish.
the protein and everything. And you still will be full. That's what they don't understand.
Yeah. Balanced diet, super important.
Yes.
Portion control. And of course, they tell you that you should have, I think, almost half of your plate should be more vegetables and then your carbs. And of course, 80% is your nutrition and 20% is just you going to the gym and being toned. So now, International Women's Day is around the corner. Next week, Saturday. Happy International Women's Day to all the women globally. And I know that you have an event coming up, you know, for fitness. Tell us about that event.
Oh, I'm so excited about that day. It's an all-female fitness event. It's called Ladies Fit Fest. What I mean all-female, the DJ will be female, the dancers will be female, the photographer will be female.
Oh, fantastic.
It's a women affair. They say, I love it. So feminine. I'm like, I'm not a feminist. I'm a mom. I'm a wife, so I'm not a feminist at all. It's just that I just want us to be us in that space where we're just going to be us. We don't care. Our football can be out. You know, our Christian mothers can flip and flop. You are just
feel good about yourself.
Good. Looking at the other lady, you look good, and the other lady tell you look good. Like we're all happy. So I just wanted to create that environment. It's going to be a lot of physical activities, because it's not just me, but I'm the founder and the organizer. We're going to have Zumba, we're going to have Pilates, we're going to have Tabata, we're going to have yoga, we're going to have vendors around, just women generally celebrating each other.
Fantastic. And I know that this is it's a free event.
It's a free event because it's sponsored. So once you get a sponsor, I just want people to be able to come. Just ladies, just come. I said invite your neighbors, invite your enemies. After you finish have vibing, you guys can go back. Exactly.
Fantastic. But of course, fitness is not just about women, right? This is an event for women to celebrate women in honor of International Women's Day and all. But for men as well, they're like, where am I? Where do I fall in this? What are some exercise tips that you can give? I mean, I can be your specimen right now. So what are some exercise tips that you can give to the men out there, even the ladies? Because, I mean, it's going to be a week. This event is next week, Saturday on International Women's Day. But if I'm deciding to start my fitness journey now, what are some exercises that I can do? Simple ones that I can do to kickstart.
I always just say, if you're a lover of outdoor, start with a simple walk. But if you're where you cannot be outdoorsy, so just very light exercise, like a step touch jack. So I would say for people that haven't done exercise before, we just go, it's a step touch. Do you understand? So that's it, it's a step touch. As again, so this is like the modification of jumping jack.
Oh,
exactly.
So for someone like me who my knees are hurting,
so
I don't want to put pressure.
Just that's it, you're not putting any pressure. As your hand is going up and down, your heart rate will definitely come up eventually. That's literally it. And then people underrate another exercise, squat. Like they do not, that exercise is such a full body cardio, but they don't understand it. It's just squat and then you come up. Because the moment you go down and then you come up, make sure your weight is not on your knee. If your weight is on your knee, it means you're doing it wrong. So it's like you push your body back. You're trying to divide the weight of your body all over your body, not just on your knee.
Mr. Richard is joining us already. I love it.
That's it.
So how many reps of this do we even do to see something?
Would I tell you something? There's a challenge currently going on right now that I usually do every month. Like this is the last week of the challenge. It's 1,000 squats.
In a day?
I did that yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
And I still have to do that today.
I hope you're already counting your squats.
So that's it. And after that, you could just do a simple stretch. I like the stretch one where you just So you feel your back. That's all. That wherever your hand can touch, even if you
Okay.
can touch your knees, that's fine. But you need that stretch. That's it. So you feel your back. Feel your lower back. That's it. It's just easy. Easy.
I feel I'm already getting
And then the last one is supposed to be a high knee. So I just say you don't. Just do a walk knee. If you cannot. That's it. You could literally do this around your house and you're making a conversation. You're talking like, you know, it's my exercise time. I still have to attend to this call. And that's it. But if you're on the high, that's it.
Don't get me started with that. Okay, I love it. I mean, these are certain exercises that you can even do at home. And it doesn't require any equipment.
Yes.
You don't have to go to the gym. But it's important that we're moving our bodies now. In the past, I mean, I was having a conversation with you prior. And I was talking about how in the olden days, they used to go to the farm, you know, they till the ground, they'll walk thousands of kilometers, carrying them. And of course, they were always moving their bodies.
Yes.
Because now we're always saying that why is obesity a thing, you know, in the world?
So many
because we're not
lifestyle.
moving as much. So what do you think that maybe the government, policymakers can do to ensure that we have a healthier Nigeria? Because I know that, for instance, Lagos State government, they had the marathon thing recently. But what other initiatives do you think can come up on board?
You know, like when it comes to fitness, I always say that you really can't force people to do anything. But you see, Nigerians, they like when the doctors say, if you don't exercise, you die. So when you tell a group of like 1,000, say, we're taking your blood pressure. If you don't start exercising today, you will die. Guess what? The very next day, their fitness
journey starts. Yeah.
So it's always that extreme push. I'm like, why wait for that? I say, even if you don't do anything, the barest minimum, just go for a walk. Even if you don't do anything at all, just go for a walk. And you don't have to even walk for long. You start it with pace by pace. Like I always say, you know me, I don't. How can you, like, I can't get it that you don't work out.
So at least you should aim for
cups when you don't work. Say, but I went to the market, I did this. I said, yeah, I understand you had activities. Your legs, your body, but guess what? Your heart was just like this. We need your heart to go.
Oh, I see now.
Do you understand? We need your heart to go.
The way the EKG line would go in the heart rate.
We need your heart to go. Like, because what if you like stand for 1 hour? This is where your heart is. It's doing nothing. We need the heart to pump. We need it.
Okay. So that's why it even helps with, like, you know, your cardiovascular health. Fantastic. So now, of course, you said you can't really push anybody.
But we can only create more awareness. Like free stuff. Like maybe we can go to the local areas just to tell them the benefit of exercise. The very simple ones they can do. The body is so beautiful that it responds to what you give. It's not how much you give. It's what you give it consistently.
So most times it's garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly. Do you understand? Like, I'm like, there's some people that are not even, they don't care about the diet. But guess what? They're actually healthy. Because they've developed a lifestyle. They can't let go of their food. And I can understand that. But when you put them on a fitness feed, they are fit. They are fit. I promise you. Do you understand? Because their heart rate can take whatever it is because that's what they just do not care for the dietary.
So for local communities now, because I know that it's easy for us to say in the urban area, we're having the Lagos City Marathon, we're having, you know, all of this awareness. So for people in local communities, do you think we need to have those initiatives even going there as well and sensitizing them? Because a lot of times they don't even know that they might not be eating right.
Yes.
They might just think, oh, this is what I have, this is what I can afford. And of course, I want to eat fufu in the morning, I want to eat eba in the afternoon. So how do you think we need to go into these places and create that awareness?
It's just to literally, we have to sensitize them, go in their community and let them know that this is what they have in their community, and let them know that, oh, you can have this in the morning, and that's the end. You
can even pluck the fruits from the tree.
Exactly, that's the end for it today. In the afternoon, this is what you can have. In the evening, this is what you can have. Like we give them what they have in their local community. That's what we show them as example, because we can't bring something from the outside. No, this is what you have. I see it in your market. I bought it. You know, you can eat this in the morning and you're okay. In the afternoon, in the evening, and then you can just walk around, walk, go to the farm, come back, or go wherever you are going, walk. Just you and your friends say, they say we should be walking 20 minutes every day. Everybody
at least maybe aim for some steps.
Exactly.
Maybe, yeah.
So it's just, we have to speak the language they understand, but we're going to be infusing fitness and healthy lifestyle into it.
Fantastic. So let's talk about food one more time. And that's because a lot of people buy processed foods. You think of, when do I have time to go to the local market before I can, buy the right kind of food, before I want to buy my broccoli, my carrots and all of that. Yeah. And the prepping is never easy as well.
God.
It takes a whole lot of time having to prep. And I can tell you that as for a fact, as someone who has been trying to prep my meals. But in Lagos, for instance, where traffic is the order of the day, how do you think someone can rejig their mind to prioritize what they put in their bodies and not, having to just go to the supermarket and buy a canned food, all this processed food, processed sugar? What do you think can help when it comes to step-by-step of ensuring that, yes, you've started this goal, you've been going to the gym, but your own nutrition is also important? A little tip on how people can go about that.
All right. You see, for the prepping, I always say for people that want to prep, weekend is the best time to prep. And thankfully we have apps where you can order, they can deliver. You don't have to step outside of your house. Just see it on the app, you pay, and it's delivered to your doorstep, and then you cannot prep it. That's for those that have the luxury. But for those that is pay as you go daily, so it's just to not probably mentally, or maybe you can write it down of what you're going to eat. The moment you know what you're going to eat, I'm thankfully,
one problem solved.
Yeah, one problem solved. And then thankfully we have, I won't say processed food, we have organic food that is on sale. Pretty much we have a couple of restaurants that literally cook it fresh.
Yes.
Do you understand? So you can literally
go.
But
what they'll tell you, they don't have money for that.
So I understand you don't have money for that. So that is why you have to know what you're going to eat. I have a couple of clients that they were like, Sandra, the best advice you ever gave me was take my food with me.
Instead of just buying anything on the road.
Take my food with me. So she said when she's leaving, she already had breakfast, that the lunch, she takes it with her. That was the best at that. She didn't even realize that she was spending so much money
on food.
Until because I told her this month, I want you to take your food with you.
That is fantastic.
So take your food with you. It's not a big deal. I see some corporate people, they have their
lunch boxes and
take your food with you.
I have a smoothie with me this morning.
Exactly. So it's very important. It doesn't have to be any food you're going to eat. Take it with you.
Yeah. And that would just help your nutrition.
I was going to, some time ago, I was going to the nail salon, and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm going to break my fast there. I took my food with me. And then when it was time, I said, everybody calm down. I'm about to break my fast. Wash my hand. And I had and I came back to, so once we normalize having and then always have something with you.
In case you get hungry.
Always have something healthy with you. Mine is always boiled eggs. I always have it.
Speaking about boiled eggs, right? There is a myth, right, that tell you, I was speaking to someone about this, and I'm like, I'm trying to up my protein intake, right? Because if you're trying to build muscles, protein is your best friend. Yeah. And I was told that you can have about 3 eggs in a day, but you have to take out the yolk. Is that true?
No, that was a long time ago. But science said it has nothing to do with that. I have 4 every day. I know someone that has 8 every day. You have to be working out though. You have to be very active for that. Yeah. So
I do 3 as of today. At least I know that in the past 1 month I've been consistent with 3 eggs every day. Yeah. But I'm like, I love the yolk. Why do I have to take it out?
No. But once you're active, it's fine. You're good. It's only when you're not active, 2 is fine. Okay. You still don't need to take out the yolk, for God's sake. Okay. Now, don't take it out.
Okay, so what are some maybe myths that you would like to debunk when it comes to fitness?
You know how they say when you're working out, you're sweating, you're burning fat? Nonsense. Nonsense.
Interesting.
Because some people, I have a friend, she only started sweating very recently.
Me
but
too.
She works out so much. I'm dripping. You just see this is all you will see on her. I'm already soaked. This is what you see on her. She hardly sweats.
And she was really working out.
She works out. She has she's mad fit. But guess what? She started running, and then I always say she broke her sweat pause. So she did something that broke her body, and then she started sweating. Now she sweats. Do you understand? So there's something you have to do to break that. Once you break it, you start sweating. So when people wear those nylon, those jackets, they're burning fat. I'm just like, okay, I'm sorry, you're not
doing
do you
that.
understand?
If you don't even put in the work,
Yeah.
regardless of how much you're sweating.
Exactly.
You just,
And you have to understand that you have to be consistent with workout. That's how the body responds. Even if it's 10 minutes. It's not going to the gym today and spend 3 hours. And then we don't see you again until next week. We don't see you again until another month. That's
so
not going to work.
consistency obviously is key. Now,
It's-
before we go, let's just look at some of the exercises that you said we could do again. That's where we're going to wrap it up.
All right,
So-
let's go. It's
so-
a step touch, Jack. That's it.
all right.
That's it. Bring the hand. Make all that stretch all the way.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And then we're going to move to the other one, which is the squat.
Okay.
Now let's go to the squat. Let's go. Make sure your knees
Cool.
are free of your weight, your body weight. So
Yeah.
you push that body weight to the back.
Okay.
That's it. I love that. The studio is joining us.
Yes. Okay. Up
And then
next.
the last one, I like when you stretch the back. Same leg, same hand.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. That's it. So you stretch your back stretches.
Yeah.
This very simple exercise. You think it's not going to do anything, but do it consistently, then you understand the
Fantastic.
difference it makes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for having this conversation.
Thank you for having
with
me.
us.
I don't want to go. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
I'm having such a great time.
Same. It's been fantastic having you. We've been speaking with Sandra this morning, and Awogboro, she's just been letting us know about fitness and a healthier you. So your diet, your nutrition, having to work out is important if you want to be fit this year. This is where we have to wrap it up on the show right now. Thank you so much for having the breakfast with me. My name is Vermeer Paulson. I'll see you again on Monday. Have a wonderful day. Good morning.